welcome to E-Town News, जहां आपको मिलेगा डेली डोज ऑफ बॉलीवुड न्यूज, फैशन ट्रेंड्स, टीवी एंड सोशल मीडिया से जुड़े हर अपडेट. A show which gives you the day's lowdown of all the best happenings in the world of glamour. तो इंतजार किस बात का? Let's take a look at today's headlines.
किस तरह मलाइका अरोरा ने किया अर्जुन कपूर को उनके बर्थडे पर विश? कौन सी है वो एक्ट्रेस जिन्होंने चुप चुप कर रचाई शादी यानी गौतम और आदित्य धर के बाद? क्या कहना है हर्षवर्धन कपूर का उन कटरीना कैफ एंड विकी कौशल स्टेटमेंट? रणबीर कपूर, आलिया भट्ट से लेकर रणवीर सिंह और विजय देवराकोंडा की प्रेजेंस ने अर्जुन कपूर की बर्थडे पार्टी को बना दिया स्पेशल. और मलाइका अरोरा का सुपर स्पेशल रोमांटिक पोस्ट भी बना अर्जुन कपूर के बर्थडे का बड़ा हाईलाइट. लेकिन किसी ने अर्जुन कपूर के बर्थडे पर बड़ी कंट्रोवर्सी क्रिएट करने की कोशिश की. मलाइका अर्जुन के रिलेशनशिप को लेकर एक ऐसा कमेंट सोशल मीडिया पर आया जिसने सबको हैरान कर दिया. और ये कंट्रोवर्शियल पोस्ट किसी और ने नहीं बल्कि आजकल सलमान खान के साथ लीगल केस में फंसे KRK ने किया. दरअसल अर्जुन कपूर मलाइका अरोरा की इस पिक्चर को सोशल मीडिया पर पोस्ट करते हुए KRK ने लिखा, भाई लौंडे, #अर्जुन कपूर, टाइगर है तू, गुर्दा है तेरे में, डंके की चोट पर छीन लिया, सल्यूट यू. KRK ने मलाइका अरोरा और अर्जुन कपूर की पिक्चर पर ये कमेंट खान फैमिली के लिए लिखा था. फैंस को ये समझने में टाइम नहीं लगा एंड ही वाज ट्रोल्ड हेवीली. और फिर थोड़ी देर बाद ही KRK ने खुद को डिफेंड करते हुए एक और पोस्ट लिखा, डियर पीपल, व्हाई डू यू ऑलवेज थिंक रॉन्ग? मैं तो #1villain2 को #सिद्धार्थ मल्होत्रा से छीनने की बात कर रहा हूँ, नथिंग एल्स. इट सीम्स KRK को सलमान खान के लीगल केस की याद आ गई होगी. इसी वजह से उन्होंने खुद को डिफेंड किया. लेकिन फैंस KRK की इस डिफेंस को एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर रहे. मूविंग ऑन, अर्जुन कपूर के बर्थडे की पार्टी हुई इन अ 5-स्टार होटल जहां सेलेब्स पूरे प्रिकॉशन के साथ पहुंचे टू सेलिब्रेट हिज बर्थडे. यहाँ रणबीर कपूर और आलिया भट्ट पहुंचे एक साथ. वहीं रणवीर सिंह अपनी ब्रांड न्यू लग्जूरियस कार में अपने ट्रेडमार्क स्टाइल में पहुंचे. इस पार्टी में विजय देवराकोंडा को भी स्पॉट किया गया जो आजकल हर बॉलीवुड पार्टी के फेवरेट बने हुए हैं. करण जौहर भी अर्जुन कपूर को विश करने पहुंचे. तो अर्जुन कपूर की सिस्टर्स जानवी कपूर, खुशी कपूर और अंशुला कपूर एक साथ पहुंची इस बर्थडे पार्टी को अटेंड करने. वैसे बर्थडे बॉय अर्जुन कपूर और उनकी गर्लफ्रेंड मलाइका अरोरा मीडिया के सामने नहीं आए टू सेलिब्रेट बर्थडे. लेकिन मलाइका अरोरा का ये रोमांटिक पोस्ट जरूर हो गया सोशल मीडिया पर वायरल. मलाइका अरोरा ने इस अडोरेबल पिक्चर को कैप्शन दिया, हैप्पी बर्थडे माय सनशाइन. वहीं अर्जुन कपूर के इंडस्ट्री फ्रेंड्स ने उन्हें विश किया स्पेशल अंदाज में. बॉलीवुड सेलेब्स ने काफी वक्त बाद एक साथ मिलकर की पार्टी. And this is a positive sign कि बॉलीवुड की star-studded parties are back on track. यामी गौतम और आदित्य धर की क्वाइट और सीक्रेट वेडिंग के बाद एक और सेलेब कपल ने की सीक्रेटली शादी. और अब सोशल मीडिया पोस्ट के जरिए इस सेलिब्रिटी कपल ने रिवील किया है कि 30 अप्रैल को ही हो गई थी इनकी शादी. हम बात कर रहे हैं लव पर स्क्वायर फुट और बंदिश बैंडिट्स के डायरेक्टर आनंद तिवारी और बैंग बाजा बारात फेम एक्ट्रेस अंगीरा धर की. अंगीरा धर और आनंद तिवारी दोनों ने ही सिमिलर पिक्चर को सोशल मीडिया पर शेयर करते हुए वेरी सिमिलर मैसेज भी पोस्ट किए. अंगीरा धर रोट, On 30th 4/2021, Anand and I sealed our friendship into a marriage in the presence of our family, closest friends, and God as our witness. With life slowly unlocking around us, we wanted to unlock this happiness with you. यानी अपनी शादी के ऑलमोस्ट 2 महीने बाद आनंद तिवारी और अंगीरा धर ने शादी की न्यूज को सभी के साथ शेयर किया. वैसे आनंद तिवारी और अंगीरा धर के रिलेशनशिप के बारे में इंडस्ट्री में हर कोई जानता था, लेकिन अचानक आई इनकी शादी की न्यूज थी सबके लिए एक स्वीट सरप्राइज. अंगीरा धर और आनंद तिवारी ने सोशल मीडिया पर कई पिक्चर्स को शेयर किया है और इन्हें देखकर ये साफ पता चलता है कि जस्ट लाइक यामी गौतम एंड आदित्य धर, they also chose a simple and quiet wedding. यामी गौतम की तरह अंगीरा धर ने भी चूज की एक रेड साड़ी फॉर दिस स्पेशल ओकेजन। वहीं आनंद तिवारी कॉम्प्लीमेंटेड हर इन अ क्रीम शेरवानी। वहीं बॉलीवुड सेलेब्स ने अंगीरा धर और आनंद तिवारी को विश किया ऑन सोशल मीडिया। विकी कौशल, कटरीना कैफ, सोहा अली खान, अनन्या पांडे, आयुष्मान खुराना और हरलीन सेठी ने न्यूली वेड्स को किया कंग्रेचुलेट। वहीं अंगीरा धर ने अब कुछ और पिक्चर्स को सोशल मीडिया पर शेयर किया है एंड इन वन ऑफ द पिक्चर्स आनंद तिवारी इज क्राइंग ड्यूरिंग विदाई सेरेमनी, जिस पर अंगीरा धर ने लिखा, "You know you are in the right hands when it's not you who's tearing up at the vidai." Now that's really sweet. Moving on, newlyweds आदित्य धर और यामी गौतम अपनी शादी के बाद मुंबई लौट आए हैं and fans are absolutely loving their जोड़ी। यामी गौतम का सिंपल लुक yet again फैंस को आया पसंद। She was seen in simple printed flowery suit and red bangles. Yami Gautam also wore Dejor earrings as she is now married to a Kashmiri man. Yami Gautam और आदित्य धर की simplicity फैंस को आ रही है काफी ज्यादा पसंद और उनके हर एक अपीयरेंस को फैंस कर रहे हैं praise.
Hello everyone, my name is Rajani and welcome to Speak Easy. I hope you're safe and your family and friends are all right. I hope you're taking care of yourselves. It's interesting when reality sort of meets the real world. And that's what you've tried to create here with the team of Spotlight. I would like to start the question with Harsh. You've been someone who's always said that, you wouldn't choose the norm that they say, and your work has been different in its own way. So for an actor like that to get into a film where the main character is having an existential crisis and finding it difficult to, find out whether he's truly an actor or just a hero, was that very interesting? And have you had similar discussions with yourself and you started off as to, will this happen to me earlier? Will this happen to me in my career? That, the difference between the star and the actor.
I think that we, as artists, we kind of all go through insecurities, I think it just comes with the territory of kind of being a creative person. I don't really know, I didn't really think about it so much, maybe that's a bit naive or idealistic in a way, but I didn't really try and strategize it. I just kind of really wanted to do Mirzya. And then I really wanted to do Bhavesh and work with Vikram. And I kind of realized very quickly, even before I became an actor, that my sensibilities don't really align to traditional kind of, films here. And so I'm always going to be worried about that. I'm always going to be insecure about that. And that's just the way that it's going to be, So there's never going to be like a comfortable moment. And I think that's good.
Akanksha, you've had a very interesting year and like I said, you've had the time to soak it all in as well. But I also want to understand, because again, you come from a family where you have actors around you, you have Alia, you have a sister, you have other people. Have you all actually, how do you make yourself not be delusional about how good you are? How do you manage to do that? Have you all sat and discussed that, okay, we're pretty popular, and especially you got a taste of it after Guilty, and you have, like I said, your friends like that. How do you keep yourself grounded and close to reality and not be delusional and let it get to your head?
I think if a group of people are firstly having the conversation that listen, they're pretty popular, they're in an environment. I think it's also a lot to do with just as a person, as you, the person you are, your upbringing, etc. And then you take it in your career. You can't take yourself too seriously. I think that's the most important thing on earth for any career. You just cannot take yourself too seriously, and you're good, but you're not better than anyone else. And that's all you need to know. And you're replaceable, and that's a fact. Like, these are just facts, okay? And you just know that you love what you do and you keep doing it, like no thinking beyond. I think not being in your head is what most people who are doing well and are grounded will say. Like, I don't think anyone knows what they are, think about what they are. They do their job, they go home and they hang out with their friends and you go to work again the next day. I think it's as simple as that.
And also you managed to not get into the entire trap of, what is the brand Radhika want to do? Like you always said, right? Like they keep saying that, right?
Played a really important role in this. I still remember, so Pataka had released and Madhu was about to release, and I had come to the dubbing studio to dub something for Madhu. And I told Vasan sir that, I think I need to do this kind of film, and after that kind of film. My journey needs to be like that. Radhika will do this, Radhika will do that. And he scolded me like how? He made me sit down and he was like, what is wrong with you? Why are you thinking about all of this? I still remember that conversation because it had a lot of impact on me, and it changed the way how I viewed my journey or the films that I chose. I was too serious about myself because I didn't want to lose on to the opportunities that I was getting because of the things that I had done in the past. And he just made me sit down and he was like, what is wrong with you?
Tell me, have you had that discussion with yourself when it comes to endorsing brands about how the persona that you've tried to create might be disrupted? And also, have you used your star power in situations to get out of it?
First of all, with respect to star power, I have none. So that's
you can't see why I'm Harshvardhan Kapoor, so give me like an extra.
No. Yeah, and the star power, there's very little. And secondly, what was the first part of the question is, I haven't really tried to create a persona for myself. I'm not one of those guys that, hangs out with my PR agency and strategizes a master plan or anything. My whole agenda in life is to try and do a film and then be out of the press as much as possible, as much as humanly possible. So, because I think there's a couple of elements to it. One is, I think your social media is something that only you are truly in control of. So when you write a caption or when you post a picture, that there's no potential for that to be interpreted in a way that you didn't intend it to happen. So which is why all of my whatever I do for myself is my social media. I often find sometimes where, and it's nobody's fault and I'm not blaming anyone, is when I speak to someone or have a freewheeling conversation, that things are not really put out there in the way that I had hoped, which does make me a bit insecure because I really don't want to be perceived as someone that I'm not.
You feel your words are often misconstrued when you're talking to someone? You feel that doesn't come across?
No, I mean, I think it's normal, right? I mean, you have a freewheeling conversation with somebody, they ask you 50 questions, you answer 50 questions. Maybe something comes out wrong, or maybe it kind of goes into print wrong with one thing that you said being like this huge thing now suddenly. And, so it's like you sit down and talk to a friend, there's a certain context to the conversation, right? Everything is not a headline, so that's that's just the way that I am. I'm very transparent, and what you see is what you get, so maybe I'm not the best person to kind of build a second image or I'm just harsh, and that's how I've always been. So
I've got the context to this. This is because of what you said about Katrina.
No, this is not.
No?
No, this is not what I said.
Because that's the only thing I thought, like, why would he misconstrue? Is he talking about that?
I'm saying even ever since the start of my career, I've been very, I mean, you don't see
That's
me
true.
on like paparazzi pages, or you don't see me like float articles and that whole thing, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not who I am, and the thing is, because I do such less, like I go on talk shows and all so less, and I don't really read tabloid gossip, and Radhika and Vasan and Akanksha, they know me a little bit, they'll tell you that. I have no idea what's happening. I swear, I promise, I have no idea. So sometimes I think that there are things that, I can say, but maybe I can't say. And it's a, you never really know what to say, what not to say. It's a thin line.
Yeah.
And I'm not that kind of guy, I'm not like trying to offend anyone or anything. So.
Coming up on the show, Team Ray ने की Zoom से exclusive बातें.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Zoom TV. I'm Parul Sharma, and I hope you all are safe and well. Today, we have with us a national award-winning director and a few special members from the stellar cast of Netflix's latest offering, Ray. Please join me in welcoming Srijit Mukherjee, Ali Fazal, Shweta Basu Prasad, and Anindita Bose. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Zoom.
Hi, thank you for having us.
So, Ali, Shweta, and Anindita, how familiar were you guys with the works of Satyajit Ray before you started working on Ray? And was there any particular work of his that really impacted you in your life or your career?
Yes, thankfully, I come from a family where cinema was never seen as a bad influence because I've grown up watching a lot of Bimal Roy, Rishikesh Mukherjee, Basu Chatterjee, and Ray films. So my introduction to Ray movies was, I think, when I was a teenager, I watched Goopika and Bagabain, followed by Shonar Kella, and a lot of these short stories, Feluda or his other short stories were always, told by aunts or my grandmom, my nanny, Dida used to tell me a lot of these stories, and I'd grown up reading a lot of the short stories. And of course, eventually, when I started understanding cinema and I studied cinema, then you watch a lot more Ray. And so, yes, I have seen a lot of his work. I've read a lot of his work, and it is a rare privilege to be part of a series which is inspired by his short stories.
I think it's like every Bengali family, parents will make their kids watch Goopika and Bhagabain and Shonar Kella. Also, then later, eventually, when I started working in Bengal industry, I started watching some of his other films. And the film that really blew me away was Nayok. And till date, it is beyond me that how he made such a progressive film in that era.
I was just listening to you guys. Of course, we've all been through the regular films, Pather, Panchali, and all these. But I still remember a short film that I saw by Reza was long when I was a child. Satyajit Ray. Sorry, I don't know why I said Ray Saab. And then I revisited. I found this short film recently, like last year or something, before the pandemic started. And it's called Two. I don't. So you'll know. You guys know, right? It's a short film. 12-minute ki film hai. It's called Two, number 2. And it is such a beautiful depiction of class divides in our country. Okay.
Ali, you are someone who is not afraid to speak your mind and unapologetically put your opinion out there, whether it invites backlash or not, which I personally find super commendable. Richa, who's also an eminent personality, and your partner is exactly the same. You both are like this fearless power couple that I really admire specifically for this. In a society where cancel culture is like gaining more and more steam, how important is it for you to kind of speak your mind? And are you ever afraid that like one day backlash might be too much and it really might affect your career?
Well, I think backlash is always about it's round the corner in our cases. It's always round the corner, right? But it's like saying, I don't know. I can't think of a better analogy. मतलब वो products पे लिखा रहता है ना made in China, तो मतलब वो भी round the corner है. So I'm saying that way. So we are always waiting for the lurking danger. It's not going to stop us from speaking up, I suppose.
I mean, people laugh a lot. People should be great. It's never black and white in the world anyway.
Yeah, but Shweta, the problem is the systems up ना. कि तू आज ट्विटर पे कुछ लिख दो तो तुम्हारे 10 मतलब गालियां आ जाएंगी. They start banning Mirzapur that time.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So
like even if you're saying something nice, you are still going to be targeted. So because no matter what you do,
there's always two sides now, and it's an open matlab sikka. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like even right now in the news, the banning Family Man is like up close and like center, and that's kind of taken the center stage. So I actually did want to kind of equate it to back when Mirzapur came out, and boycott Mirzapur was like the trend of the day. But
but we didn't have to do anything. To us waqt the Mirzapur fans only I think went back and started trolling the trollers. So they were like bhai tu jhoot mat bol, you have subscription, you are all going to sit and watch. So I don't know. I think we, like I said earlier also, we have to stop limiting ourselves to the Twitter game or the social. I mean, think about it. Just a couple of days back, weren't we all minutely threatened that, oh my God, kal Twitter band hone wala hai. so that can't stop our दुकान ना, मतलब ऐसा दुनिया है उसके आगे, बहुत बहुत बड़ा दुनिया है.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I really wish you guys all the luck. I hope this series tops the charts and does everything. And Ali, I wish you luck. I hope you get married this year finally.
वो चलता रहेगा. ये हर साल चलता है. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
guys.
Parul.
Yes,
Thank you,
bye.
Parul. Bye.